Howdy, it's time for another big one, patch 2025.4.1. What, you want to know what the last one was about? You're here too? I have no idea what you're talking about, but hey, let's get into it. And don't forget, we'll answer your questions at the end. And this is your reminder to keep asking them in the comments so we have questions to answer. Hey, guess what? Boops are back. You might remember this feature from last year when we tried it out in open beta, only to decide it wasn't quite ready yet. After we announced we pulled it, people immediately wanted it back. Well, it took a hot second, but here it is again. Booping is a feature that allows you to send boops to your friends. They can attach any emoji to their boop. VRC Plus subscribers can even attach custom and animated emojis. When the recipient opens their notifications, they'll see a boop explosion containing all the boops that they've received. Boops can be sent by opening the user details page in either the quick menu or main menu in the client and tapping the new boop button. They can also be sent from within either mobile app. Discord login. You can now log into VRChat using Discord. For existing users, if you have a Discord account, you can choose to link your VRChat and Discord accounts. This will then allow you to sign into VRChat using your Discord login information. New users will be able to make a new account using their Discord information. New reporting flow. We've completely revamped how you report certain things in VRChat. When you click the report button, you'll now have the ability to see all stickers, prints, and emoji that have been used in your current instance for easier reporting. You'll also be able to see all the stuff that you've previously reported. With these changes, our goal is to improve and streamline the in-client reporting flow. Over the years, we've heard a lot of feedback about how the system could be improved, and we're taking that to heart. Likewise, we know that having to go to the website to report a lot of content isn't ideal. We want to improve the in-client reporting experience so that you never actually have to do that. After all, we want to make it easy for you to help us make VRChat a better place for everyone. Keep your eyes open for even more changes we'll be making in the future. The Launchpad tab in the main menu is being replaced, sort of. More on that in a second. With the Live Now tab. First, were you a fan of the Recently Seen tab that lived there? It still exists. We just moved it to the Social tab because, that makes sense. Anyway, the Live Now tab. The Live Now tab will show you events that are, wait for it, live. That means you'll easily see what's going on when you're in VRChat. You'll be able to easily join these events directly from there, getting you to the good stuff a little bit faster. It also shows group and friend locations, letting you see where everyone is at a glance. As a note, this feature is going to roll out slowly to everyone, so you might not actually see it just yet. If you don't, stay patient. You'll likely see it soon enough. Instance linking. We've added a new permission for group members that allows them to link instances and events. Events that are live, or are within a 6-hour window of beginning or ending, will appear on the group instance creation UI for permitted users to select as being associated with that particular instance. This should make it much easier for event runners to get people into the right place. This should be extra helpful with the new Live Now tab. Oh, and one more thing. VRChat dynamics for worlds. While it is more of an SDK feature, we thought it was big enough to mention here. This patch and the accompanying SDK enables VRChat dynamics for worlds. This includes PhysBones, contacts, VRC constraints, and Udon integration for all of them. This should allow world creators to do a lot of really cool, awesome new things. For more information, we suggest checking out the SDK patch notes, which you can find linked in the description. Wow, that was a lot. Let's go over changes and fixes. Fixed a PhysBone jitter issue that affected high frame rate scenarios. The quick menu has been visually refreshed. This is, partially, to refocus it on groups and events. We know that this is a big change, but give it a week or two to see if you get used to it first. If not, send us feedback. Avatar pedestals have received some much needed love. They now initially show a loading image instead of just white. Likewise, loaded thumbnails no longer leak memory. Finally, all avatar preview images are now downscaled, even on PC. This means data loading via pedestals may no longer work. This was never officially supported, and we recommend switching to VRC image loading or VRC string loading instead. Tweak the camera zoom slider. The default position has been moved up, and the slider scaling has been adjusted. Fix items not consistently appearing ahead of you when using full body tracking in VR. Fixed a bug where sometimes users could see sharing pedestals from the previous instance playing despawn animations in the loading screen. Fix the emergency avatar sometimes appearing unexpectedly when holding the escape key to close the menu. An intentional shortcut to load the emergency avatar has been added to Shift plus Escape. You can use this if your keyboard mapping does not have a backslash key. Fix the exclusive store time remaining icons having incorrect spacing with the text. Fix certain quick menu doodads overlaying other doodads. Yup, that's the patch note. Fix fold out when selecting a user in the quick menu. Shapes for PhysBone collider components and contact components should now exactly match between the client and the SDK. This mostly only affects setups that use non-uniform or negative scaling. Fix some odd behavior with the face mirror and selfie expression callouts when the HUD mode was set to off. When an in-world creator economy listing is viewed, the products within it should show their correct preview. Fixed opening inventory from the quick menu so it'll reopen to the last inventory section you had opened, instead of always opening to the sticker section. Fixed a bug that caused your UI theme to look wonky or totally fail to load. Fixed a bug that could cause portals and other effects to be delayed until all other downloads finished. Various improvements to underlying network code. Minor text fixes. And that's it for changes and fixes. As always, please make sure to read the full patch notes, as always, linked in the description. But now, it's on to your questions. Maddie VRC asks, will VRChat come to Android XR? Samsung just released a new XR headset and I'm wondering if VRChat will be available there. We're not quite ready to say for sure just yet. That doesn't mean no, it doesn't mean yes. We're looking into it. Obviously, if we officially support a platform, that has a lot of implications for so many other things in VRChat, so it's not a small question. We'll keep you updated. Side Reverse asks, would you guys ever consider adding monthly VRChat credits as a VRChat Plus benefit? I think it would add more incentive to purchase it. We've considered this, or at least something similar to it. We're obviously always looking for ways to give VRC Plus subscribers more value and more incentive to subscribe. While we don't have anything to really add for now, it's certainly something to think about. Live for Mint asks, what about item world communication? You know, to have items interact and save data from specific triggers or parameters. It would unlock huge possibilities on multi-platform scale and allow stuff like magic with arenas and actual leveling between worlds. It's a cool idea. We have a bunch of things we'd like to add to items in the future. Little features and ways they can interact with stuff. A lot of this is theoretical and we don't really want to say too much until we're sure that it works. Once again, not that this was your question, but a lot of people have been asking when items will turn into something that could be created by users. This kind of shows why we're not sure and aren't taking our time on it. There's so many questions, and so many of those questions lead to even more questions. Items are as big as avatars or worlds. If we could do all of it again, we'd probably do those things differently to address some of the long-held problems people have with them. Milky Leopard asks, VRChat won't ever become a game where there's something to buy every time you blink, right? I understand money is needed to keep up the server. For example, opening your menu and seeing tons of player-made brain rot UGCs or cosmetics. See the previous question. This is kind of the problem, right? On one hand, you have people that want to make items to sell, and on the other hand, you have people that don't want to see low-quality ones, or to have every corner of VRChat filled with that sort of thing. So how do you make everyone happy? Where's the middle ground? Likewise, from our perspective, what can we sell? What do people want? What don't they want? What things are welcome customization, and what is just, well, noise? We don't know the answer to most of these, which is why we've been experimenting with all kinds of items, effects, and so on. It's also worth noting that there are a ton of users that don't post in, say, the comments of a YouTube video. The only way we can figure out what works with them is to, well, do it and see. Chibbity says, with all the updates to the camera this year, I'm surprised there's still no way to lock the camera's UI to your head or vision in VR like you can with the personal mirror. It would make it so much easier for me to not lose the thing while turning around a lot. Hey, that's a good idea. I'll pass it along. And hey, that's all the time we have. Remember to ask your questions in the comments, and we'll do our best to get to the most popular ones next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.